sees.
Yes, I see. Yes, yes, of course. He seems more opposite you than him.
Now
Yes.
what happened, Dad, they were all civil defence, you see, policemen and civil defence, ambulance and all sorts of people. And he stopped. He just walking down like that, just sort of looking but saying nothing to hardly anybody. But suddenly he stopped and he was looking at that medal ribbon. I didn't have the medal, you just had the ribbons, you see.
Yes. Ah, you hadn't seen it.
What's that? In a real deep, flying you to death actually. So I knew the reason, you see.
Yeah.
He was a proper old army man.
Yes.
He obviously knew all the medal ribbons, and he had never seen that before.
That's right, because it was new.
Yeah.
Brilliant. A nice surprise for Mr. Churchill.
Do you want one of these?
I'd love one, yes.
Well, I'll have one sent to you.
Thank you very much, Grandad.
For a small fee.
We normally do a trade-off in bottles of wine.
I think that's brilliant. It's a lovely photo. Absolutely brilliant.
I've actually cut my mother off the Buckingham Palace one. My mother was on that.
Ah.
It actually shows Henman. He was virtually the second one to get the George Medal after me. And our two wives, and then his son. But my mother was also there, and they've chopped her off.
Were you the first person to get a George Medal?
I was it tells you in there, I was the very first policeman.
Right.
In Birmingham.
Yes, to get
be awarded.
Yeah.
But Henman was it's all a question of when the citation was sent in and then granted. But mine was the very first one. So in some ways it's unique, you see.
Yes, yeah. Very good. Well,
I will say this. I spent 30 years in Birmingham and I really enjoyed every minute. But I wouldn't want to live there today. Or be a policeman there today.
As bad as that? Wow.
Yeah. He had to say something to each one, you see. He started, of course the band was playing, which didn't help. And I worked out what he was trying to say in the end. How long was it? What he was more or less saying, how long is it since this happened, you know?
Yes.
And I said, yes, sir. So he repeated it second time, and I said, yes, sir. I didn't know what the hell he was saying. And then I got it the third time. I said, oh.
Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, I congratulate you. And then they pin a little thing with like a ring on, and then he pins it on your breast. And then you step back 6 paces, you bow, and then you go.
Well done. Brilliant.
The Victoria Cross. But I don't know what the next army one is below. It may be the Conspicuous Gallantry Medal, but I'm not sure. In the civilian side, it is the George Cross is equivalent to the Victoria Cross.
It's
the equivalent.
But what's the George?
But the George Medal, I'm not sure what's the army equivalent of the George Medal.
Yeah, they are very odd.
There are only the two awards for gallantry.
Yeah.
The George Medal and George Cross. I don't think there are a list below like you get in the army.
Yes.
You know, you get all sorts in the army.
Yes, you get right down to as you see in there.
Yeah, but you don't get that in the civic. Just those. And it was King George VI who insisted. Because he said it isn't just the army that's fighting the battles; it's the civils as well in the country.
That's right, quite right. But what you did was
he had it designed, and he insisted that it be given.
Yeah.
And that was only a few months before I got it. It was brand new.
Very clever of you.
Have you noticed the box? Typical, you know, shortage of everything. Little cheap box. Today you'll get a beautiful presentation box. That's all you got then.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yes, that's very good. Anyway.
And then when I'm going to the Buckingham Palace for the investiture, again I had the same problem I had in Birmingham. The people stopping me in London saying, can you tell me where so-and-so? Sorry, I'm a stranger here. And there am I in full uniform.
Yes, he doesn't.